All these hot chicks have been checking me out and I'm getting a little nervous. Time for me to come home.
All right, guys, we're at the beautiful sunny Naples Airport in Florida. Our plane has just arrived, but they got to fuel it up, get things straightened out. The best part, I want to show you the experience we're going to be getting here is, here's the transportation. Normally at the airport, you take a train or a bus. Here you get to drive a golf cart. We'll load up all the luggage in the back and we'll take it out, load this thing up, and soon we'll be airborne on our way to Key West and hopefully catching some big fat lobsters. All right, guys, I'm taking a little vacation. I'm in Marco Island, Florida. My buddies Theo and Greg with me. We're renting these jet skis because it's a tour my family have always done when we come down here. We go out and cruise around the 10,000 islands. Today, we have no guide. I'm the guide. So hopefully we can find our way out and back in our 2-hour window. So we will take you along for a ride. I got my GoPro. We'll be strapping it on. So hopefully we'll see some dolphins and some interesting things today.
Huh? I saw the sandbar too late. It's not, I can get off. I'm gonna need some. You want to park it out there and let him hold it? You can come help me push. I was almost off of it, but I didn't want to tear it up. I saw Brown, but it was too late because I saw when you crossed over. I was like, okay, I need to get where Brad is because it's looking shallow here. And then I made my cut to get back to the deep water, and it was like, too late.
So there's a rule out here. When you see Brown, turn around. That's not me. But if you see Brown, you're going to run aground. Look what Theo did. We need that much water, not that much thing full of muck.
So you got to, what'd she say, juice it?
Yeah, you gotta get it out here and flush it out. Let's push.
Okay, you ready? Oh, I think you might have shoved it full, or wiggle it maybe. Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I gotta flush it out now?
Yeah.
That's a doofus move on my part. Well, I saw I was in the shallow stuff. I was like, I'm screwed. I gotta cross over quick.
I didn't say I was smart.
There goes his damage deposit.
All right, guys, I'm excited. We are going to Key West, Florida. We're at the Naples General Aviation Airport, so we've got a private plane rented, and all our bags are inside. The best part is they'll park my rental car. They took all our bags inside. There's no security to go through. So, man, we are flying first class. Let's check it out. Oh, look at it. Got a full snack bar. Holy cow, check this out. I thought it was free. There's a little menu, so we'll be shopping elsewhere. So if you guys have ever been in a general aviation flying private, let me show you what it's like. This is security. We just went through it. We're out here on the ramp. Look at this lady. If you're 2 dogs, you can fly in your own private jet. We're not flying private jets, but we're waiting for a twin engine, and they're saying it's only from Naples to Key West is like maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Probably take us longer to get in the plane than to get out than it does to get there. It's only like 95 degrees. We're having record heat here today. Could be a temperature of like 112. You got little shuttles to get you out to your plane. There's no ramp to walk out on, so you have to rough it and walk outside in the heat. So you got a little car to get you to your jet. All right, guys, let me introduce the crowd that's going with. You guys all met Dr. Theo. This is my buddy Greg. He's the shorter one of the bunch. He's always on his toes. That's a problem. He's making a lot of short jokes. And Owen, and behind the camera is Brandon. So this is the group of 5 that's supposed to be catching. Our goal is as many lobsters as they'll let us catch, and hopefully we'll bring some home. I hope it's a catch, clean, and cook. I got that right. You should be proud of me, Flair, for saying it right the first time. Okay, here comes our plane. It just landed. They make a lot of trips back and forth to Key West, so when I was told they're going to come in, refuel, if there's people on board, they offload, and then we'll load up all our bags. The scary thing is, you should see how much bags we have with us 5 guys. This is 5 guys' luggage. It looks like 5 women's luggage, because all this has to get in behind the back seat. It fit in our little rental car. Let's hope the heck it fits in the plane. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. That is a bunch. So another wonderful thing about flying private is you get this lounge. All your friends and family can hang out in here. So I can sit here and relax. Got a TV over my shoulder and wait for my luggage to get loaded on the plane. Then they'll come get me when it's time to board. So no worry about missing your flight because they're waiting on me. I'm not waiting on them. Can you believe we got all that luggage right in here? That's like trying to put 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. It fit. Okay, that was only a 45-minute flight, but now we're here in Key West. It's not any warmer than it was in Naples. So we're gonna get our cab ride, and then the way you get around this town is either walking, bikes, or golf carts. So we'll figure out what our mode of transportation is when we get to our hotel. So guys, we just landed. Rob's our pilot, owns a company with Air Key West. And what I wanted you guys to know is that I've told Rob is a lot of people don't realize that you can fly private very affordable. And so I'm not only, you're based out of Key West, but where are other places that, like you came and got us up in Naples, Florida today to bring us to Key West. Tell us a little bit about where the range you'd like to go and how people can get a hold of you.
The airplanes that we have based here in Key West are good for about 500 miles is their ideal range. So it pretty much covers all of Florida, all the Bahamas. We go to Cuba, we go to the Cayman Islands, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, that area there. And pretty much any airport is accessible to us.
No, Cayman Islands, that far?
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
it's actually
God.
not that far.
Isn't it really?
Just over 2-hour flight from Key West.
So it'll be kind of fun if you're vacationing in Key West and just here for a week and want to go somewhere for the day or two. You ever fly people up to the Bahamas or down to, where's some easy day trips for us?
We have a scheduled day trip to Havana. How's that?
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome to go to Cuba?
Yeah.
It always sounds like that's not possible with all the restrictions, but it's just a passport.
We take care of everything. All you need is a passport and money. So,
Awesome. And I tell you, the flight, we had 5 big guys, and Rob, he was the smallest of the whole bunch, and everybody was comfortable with the plane. You could talk to each other. You cannot believe the bags. You saw what we stuffed in there. That cost us each about $250 a person to get down here. Saved us about a 6-hour drive. Yeah. And probably $300 flight and a lot of hassle going through security. So this is the way to travel. You guys got to get a hold of Air Key West. So thanks
you very
Rob.
much.
That's awesome. Thank you, bud.
Glad you enjoyed it.
You can see I found my mode of transportation around Key West. This is one of many museums, the Coast Guard. And we're not going to go inside because there's a line and we got a lot more to see. So we're going to keep you guys going on our little bike tour. All right, guys, just over my shoulder here on Key West off the coast is one of America's most expensive real estate islands. It's not very big. You have to literally go there by boat. And I was told Oprah Winfrey has a place there among other movie stars. So we won't be seeing that anytime soon. We're just biking around Key West. After I got out of high school, my prom date took that name. If we had Forrest Gump with us, this is what we probably would have taken to do some lobster fishing, but this is just for shrimp. So all we know is that's my boat, as Forrest would say, and there's no Bubba. All right, guys, continuing our tour at Key West. Not only is this the marina, but a little Key West secret. All these stickers on this building is Jimmy Buffett's recording studio. It's so incognito, looks like the thing would hold a bunch of ice. Everybody comes by, sticks their stickers on it. But a lot of great music was played out of here with Jimmy Buffett. You cannot come to Key West without getting key lime pie. This is a favorite. Hopefully it's air conditioned. You can get it by the slice or an entire pie. It's like Christmas in here. It's like, whoa, what's your favorite? Key lime pie or chocolate? Chocolate what? Chocolate dips, key lime pie? I gotta come back. I didn't know there was that. It's on a stick. Anything on a stick is good, isn't it? Anybody else use this spoon before I got here? This a clean one? Man, that's good. You gotta only taste a little bit. Eat nothing, taste everything. That's my motto. They have a horn on that thing. I messed my knee up yesterday on the boat. You did lobster fishing, did you? How many did you get?
60.
Seriously, 60?
Yeah, there's 10 of us in the boat, so we just limited it out.
You girls, I mean, could you figure the net thing out right away?
Oh, totally. We've been doing this for years. We're from Florida. We're from Florida.
Oh, no wonder. We busted our butt and got 13. 60 got away. Yeah, we need you girls. So I got a bad wheel. I need you girls to give me a push start on my bike to get me off to my next destination.
All right.
You ready?
Yes.
1, 3, 4, push. Sloppy Joe's is a pretty famous hangout for Ernest Hemingway. We're going to go to his house and take a little tour. So after drinking Monday through Saturday night, you need to frequent that on Sunday mornings to get a clean slate to go again. I think this street's only like a little over a mile long. It goes from the Gulf to the Atlantic. There's chickens and six-toed cats everywhere on this island. So here in Key West, what's amazing is these homes are protected. If you want to do anything like even paint your house, you have to get a permit. Everything is regulated to make sure everything stays true to its early times, 1800s, early 1900s. So if you want a modern, cool, contemporary home, you need not look around Key West because that's Miami. This is true Key West island living. Even more history here in Key West. This is John Dewey's house of the Dewey Decimal System. They're putting a new roof on. I hope they have a permit because you have to have a permit for everything around here. They're putting this metal roofing on. This stuff is so cool. I need to look into it for our market because it turns out beautiful. Can you help a guy out? I got a bad wheel here. I need a little push start.
Well,
You good? Okay. Don't be gentle. No, thank you. All right.
It's hotter than heck. We finally rode our bikes all the way through town and found our way to Hemingway's house. Ernest Hemingway's quite the tourist thing to see, but we're going to go through and I'll show you some of the cool things that they have built. This home, I believe, was built in like the early 1900s. We'll know for a fact. We'll get a little tour, but there's a lot of interesting things that he did. A lot of his famous books were written right over the back kind of carriage house, and we'll take you on a little tour and see what you guys think. So Ernest Hemingway was a ship captain, gave him a cat, it had 6 toes, brought him here, and they continue. If you're a cat, you want to live on the Hemingway grounds because they are protected and there's a trust set up. These things are well fed, well cared for, and there's still some 6-toed cats to be found, so we'll see if we can find one. Do I give this to anybody?
Okay, you're going to step up on the porch. That gentleman in the khaki shirt, he's going to take your tickets and give you more information on the guided tours and self tours.
Okay.
If you want a guided tour, you go inside in the room on the right. Otherwise, you just go anywhere you want.
All right. Well, let's go
There you
inside
go.
if it's air conditioned. Did they have air conditioning back in the day?
They did not.
Ah, how about
You have
today?
to ask me if you're going to film me.
Okay. We're not filming yet.
Okay.
Do we have to ask you?
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Go on
No,
in.
we're looking for some girls. So what these old houses, the ceilings go up like 12 feet. Let me go back this way where no one's around. All this is original furniture. And let me show you the kitchen. It's not too fancy. So they always had the kitchen on the back, where on the back, small, and then you would always eat in the dining room up here. There's a 6-toed cat right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here he is. Here's Ernest himself. The young Ernest. So obviously he was an avid fisherman, and there's always fishing all over the place, but Key West was his main hangout. And that was the name of his boat, Pillar. Now there's rum that you can buy called Pillar. Okay, guys, I stand corrected. I think he bought this place in the 30s or late 20s, but this home was built and it was actually oceanfront. Here's 1880s to 1890s. Where we walked in was across the street was ocean, and I was told the lighthouse and the Navy came in and dredged the ocean and filled it in like a mile or so around. So now the beach is probably a good 1.5, 2 blocks away. I don't think these meet code. The rise and run is a little short and too tall. Here's his bedroom where all the magic was made. Check that out. Even the cats, they can go wherever they want. We have to stay behind the ropes. Does anybody know what this chair is used for? Got a handle, a little bit of a hinge. They say it's a birthing chair, but I think it's a way to get a baby. Now this bathroom could use some updating. Notice there's not even a toilet in here, sink and a tub. I don't know where you pee or do your business. There should be a bucket someplace. So one thing that you could always get with these old homes is not only the high ceilings, but they really had some low floors too back then. I wonder if he got inspired by this to write some novels. She can put a lot of weight on her head. This is the ultimate wraparound porch. All this is cast iron. You can see where it's rusting out. They got to keep painting it, but the wall, this house is made out of solid like concrete. You can see how thick. The walls, I think, are over 12 or 18 inches thick, and that helped keep them cool in the summers. Probably in the winter too. There's the lighthouse that used to be on the ocean that'd be the port coming in, but since then they filled it all in years ago, dredged it, and filled in more land for the Navy. You want to go ahead, hon? Show us the way. Don't hit your head. See, it's hot. How tall are you? Are you that tall? Does she speak English?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet.
I think I'm crazy.
No.
Okay, so now we're going up over the guest house, and that's where he did all those writings. So they say he would force himself to come in here and try to write 3 to 4 hours a day, and this is where he would sit. There's his typewriter. You guys ever seen a typewriter? That's what they look like. So this pool is very rare in the Keys because this happened back in 1934. Hemingway was not a very faithful husband. So this is where all the boxing would go. He loved to get guys around town. He would box. He'd organize boxing events. And so when he took off on a business trip, supposedly, his wife knew that he was not being faithful. So while she was gone, she tore out the boxing ring and built a pool, which today I would say would be well over $400,000 or $500,000 because they had to dig it by hand into coral. And when he came back, he said, "Damn it, you just spent my last red cent," and threw a penny at her. So then she took it, full well knowing this thing is not going anywhere, her relationship, and she buried it right here It's in the concrete ever since a 1934 wheat penny, giving evidence she spent his last red cent. So this looks like a beautiful fountain over my shoulder, but back in the day, his buddy owned Sloppy Joe's, and I guess they raised the rent so much that they said, we got to move this bar someplace cheaper. So what they did, they tore the tables, bar stools, bar top. That right there is literally the men's journal. They grabbed it, and he wanted a souvenir, so he brought it home. Now the cats drink out of it. I don't think people pee in it, but it's supposed to be a fountain. So there's a little history that he loved. Who wanted a piece of that bar right in his backyard? What I'm impressed with is this home was built in the late 1800s, and the balcony, the continuous wraparound porch, and all that structure is made out of cast iron steel. And here it is, probably 130 years old, and it still is architecturally correct. It's absolutely beautiful. Not only is this thing built in the late 1800s, but it's withstood several hurricanes and storms. So they were built right. This thing is all built out of like a concrete, and I think it's the coral that comes in around the land, all carved out of the rock. That also creates a cool inside. The high ceilings allows for the heat to go up and the cool to stay down, because they obviously did not have AC back in the 1800s. But then they had the hurricane shutters they would close. So this is well protected, really well insulated, and actually is absolutely beautiful. It stands the test of time. So we're in the pet cemetery. Ernest Hemingway had quite a sense of humor. He would name his cats after his friends and movie stars. This one died here was Snowshoes. There is John Wayne, Edgar Allan Poe, Betty Davis. I mean, these are some old names you guys have to look up because you may have never heard of these people. Jimmy Stewart, Mark Twain. You should have heard of Mark Twain. So every time they die, they get their name on a marker. I don't know if they're keeping up or not, but oh, here's another headstone. There's even more. They just keep going. I guess these cats are dying. Here's what's another famous one? Doris Gray. Instead of Doris Day. Rudolph Valentino. So seemed like a pretty fun guy to party with. He definitely loved drinking his alcohol and would then come back home and fight people. So a little history lesson to wrap this whole tour up. There's no quiz after this, but people will say, how did Hemingway find the Florida Keys? He ordered a Ford Model A and it got delayed. It was supposed to go to Miami. Somehow it got shipped due to some problems and ended up in Key West. So he came down here to pick it up, fell in love with this place, met a gal, Pauline. It's hot here. They ended up getting married, and her uncle bought this. This was dilapidated, paid $8,000 for it, gave it to him as a wedding gift, and the rest is history. Hold on. Forgot my keys. They're back in Hemingway's house. Oh, darn it. Hold on. Got hit by a car. Isn't she a beauty, though? If it was a pole star, I'd be in luck. Hey, Mare.
Hi.
You want me to go shopping for you?
Only if you're around there.
Okay, if you buy an outfit, I get an outfit. So what do we need? I'm close to the shop. What am I looking for?
Those black pants.
Okay, black pants, size beep, beep, beep. All these hot chicks have been checking me out and I'm getting a little nervous. It's time for me to come home. I'll call you in a bit. I lost you.
Okay.
Bye. So I have to go shopping for my wife. So that ain't right, but I guess it's the right thing to do since she gave me, I get to go on a big trip fishing, lobster, hanging out, and so I just got to bring her back a pair of pants or two. Let's see how my shopping skills are. Okay, as luck would have it, they're open, darn it. I need some help. I'm shopping for my wife. She's not here, but she has some pants. I need to get her on the phone.
Okay, what size you want?
Let's see. This is the first. I've never shopped via FaceTime. Gary?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your gal.
Hi there.
What size?
Hi.
Yeah, okay, well, I love those black pants. They're kind of like, I washed them and dried them, and then I kind of ruined them.
Do you want me to try them on and see how they fit? I think we found them. How many pairs do we get?
What are the other colors? Let me see.
Oh, look it's a rainbow of colors.
Yeah.
You guys ever shop like this before? You just bring your phone and your
Black
checkbook. Okay, we're gonna surprise you with the navy blue and black. Keep cleaning the house. You guys usually see me in a hardware store. This is the first see me in a ladies' department store. I'm a little uncomfortable. There's no couch to sit on, no water, no tape measures, nobody building anything. What am I doing in here? All right, got my travel bag. Let's get back on our tour. Okay, we made it to the southernmost tip of the United States in Florida. All the way 90 miles to Cuba. Told you I'd take you guys on a little journey. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour that I gave you of Key West, Florida. It's one of my favorite places of vacation. Let me know if I missed something. I also like to hear from you some of your favorite spots. I think the architecture's unbelievable. It's definitely fitting. Got lots of roosters and chickens around here, which we're gonna have in my backyard real soon. So I'll see you guys not on the next vacation. I gotta get back to work, but I'll see you on the next job site.